Hello, my love, and welcome to the Empowered Podcast. My name is Deanna Deacon, as I'm sure you know by now, and today I wanted to give you a little taste of the inner workings of my life, my business, something like that. What I was thinking about is since my business has grown, and I don't know if you know this, but in 2021, my business more than doubled um, in like 6 months. So this year has been quite intense in a very beautiful way, and I have ample support in my life to help me navigate through those changes. I was sharing just the other day, I have 3 different coaches that I'm working with right now, and I absolutely adore and love all of them, and I'm so grateful for their support, plus all of the other avenues of family and sisterhood and all the pieces. But with this doubling of my business, I am so busy fulfilling in my programs and being of service to my clients that I don't spend as much time talking about what it is that I'm doing. And I know in the past on the Empowered podcast and sometimes on social media, I would share little insights of like what it was like writing my book and what it was like preparing to host my conference, the Empowered Woman Conference, and all like these pieces of what it had been like for me. So I wanted to take a couple minutes to share with you a little insight. So, for those of you who happen to be coaches, or maybe you are a holistic healer of some sort, or maybe you see yourself as a bit of like a leader in the holistic, esoteric, more organic type fields, you might find this really interesting to see the depth of variety in which my life has taken and potentially yours can too. So I am an intuitive life coach. I am an author. I'm a speaker. Obviously the host of this podcast, and I also am a soulful business mentor. So in my business mentorship, a lot of what I do is help holistic healers, help individuals that are working within the holistic, more esoteric, more organic fields to build a sustainable business practice for themselves and for their clients that really supports the balance of their feminine flow with their masculine drive. So I assist them with building out business structures and strategies, but from a really heart-centered place with a lot of love and compassion and peace. Because I've witnessed over my over 7 years of being in the online coaching business world, I've watched a lot of women, especially, build a massive business and then crumble. And then they're like, "It's too much. I can't handle it. I can't navigate all these things. I don't want to be in that world anymore." And I've witnessed this over and over and over and wondered, why does this keep happening? And it's because there's so many tools you can learn and you can absolutely implement them all right away. But if they're not true to your soul, and if you're not creating a sustainable platform with which you're going to offer them, then you don't have sustainable growth. Then you have this like up really high and then crumble down. And it's always been really important to me to make sure that I don't reach burnout because, well, I don't want to burn out. I want to continue to serve until I'm into my 80s or 90s because it feels so nourishing to me and I receive so much from it too. So, this week has been a really incredible week. And this is what brought the inspiration for this episode for you. Earlier this week on Monday, I was really focusing on creating a lot of content. So I have a few different courses. I think I've one, two, three or four different courses that I offer. There's the Intuition series, Embodied Abundance, the Empowerment Coaching Certification, and the Empowered Woman series. I always have new ideas coming to me, but what I've learned is there's such value in each of these courses that I've created. I need to keep building more content to allow them to continue to stay of service to everyone and keep using the value from the previous pieces of content that I've created. So I'm constantly creating new aspects of content for these courses. So on Monday, I really hunkered down. I got myself all beautified, put on all the beautiful makeup, got the room set up really nice, and I did a whole ton of recording. So I recorded videos, I recorded content, I recorded primarily videos that I can then use for lots of different aspects of my courses and of my business. So I was all in the like creation of content phase. Then in the afternoon, a lot of emotion rolled in. So I gave myself lots of space in the afternoon to just cuddle with Dixie on the couch, be present with the emotion that was there, let myself navigate through it with grace, with ease, and really hold myself in that place of love. Then I had a call with one of my coaches, which was of deep service. Usually we focus more on business aspects, but I asked her, I just need you to hold space for me. I'm navigating through some things personally that I mean, when you come into soulful business, you realize that whatever you're going through personally is going to show up in your business. So if you don't navigate the personal pieces, they're going to show up as blocks in your business. So she knew immediately just to hold that sacred space for me. We've been working together for 3 years. So it was really beautiful. And then yesterday, I had a whole bunch of client calls. So I think I did 5 client calls. A couple of them were back to back. And usually I don't often do more than 3 client calls in a day because it's a lot of energetic exchange between myself and my clients. We're very energetically in tuned. Um, but I had 5 scheduled and they were all incredible. Just like, the potency of the energy and the connection was so beautiful. So some of these clients work with me in a year-long program I have called Intuitive Influencers. And so we've been working together for the majority of this year on their business, but then they also get one-on-one coaching with me or with one of the other coaches in the program where we sometimes work on their business and we sometimes work on their personal growth and sometimes we do both. So it was so beautiful because one of the individuals came into our call feeling really frustrated and irritated and like triggered because she was trying to complete some things for her business, but technology wasn't working. And like, hands up if you ever experienced that. I know you're probably like driving or something, but put your hand up if you've experienced it. I know that I have, and it's gotten me to the point of like sheer exhaustion at times because I've maybe created like the most beautiful video, welcome video for this new program, and then my computer crashes and it's not saved. Or I write out this epic copy for a new sales page on my website, and then it's all gone. And it can be very irritating. So she came into the session with this energy. Normally, we start by stepping right into meditation, and I could feel her energy immediately. So instead of following what we would normally do, I obviously felt intuitively into where the energy was at and asked her, do we need to move? Like, do you need to move some energy before we can do this? And she was like, yeah, I do. And so we went through this beautiful exercise of just like breath and movement and tapping of the body and letting it all be released. And the transformation in her within 10 minutes of that presence, of that dedicated and like intentional connection was incredible. And so that in itself right there was just this beautiful moment of helping someone navigate from frustration, irritation, those aspects into, oh, okay, I'm home. I'm back. This feels so good. And then we got to go into strategizing what she's got in place for an upcoming workshop and how she can navigate welcoming new clients in with that and all of the pieces, all the structures and all the things. Another client that I worked with, who is not in Intuitive Influencers. So she works with me in a program called Quantum Alchemy. And this is my sort of like higher level one-on-one program. I only take on a couple clients a year because we're really deeply connected and energetically I'm tapped in with these clients' energies all the time. And so we have been doing some really deep work of helping her access deeper levels of her own energetic awareness and connection. And she was sharing these beautiful visions she's been having in her meditations. And we were in the energy together. And as she's sharing them, I'm starting to see them all as they transpire. And to her, they're just beautiful visions. But to me, with the background that I have, I'm able to share with her what each of the visions is connecting her to in terms of her chakras, her energy centers, in terms of where she's being invited to navigate in within herself. So we had this beautiful opportunity to tap into the energy that she's been feeling and seeing in her meditations and let her truly like experience it. And there was this amazing shift of awareness that occurred within her. Sometimes in a coaching session, we just go silent because we're in such awe of what has just occurred because it's all energy. And you almost can't articulate the immensity of what you're feeling. And that just I love it. I love it so much. And that's why my program Quantum Alchemy is it is for the higher level individual who is a healer, who is a leader, who has their foundation of esoteric exploration in place and wants more support to go deeper. It's so much fun. So that was really beautiful. And we did some work tapping in with her third eye, tapping in with her heart chakra. So beautiful. And then another session that I had, this woman, her and I are kind of newer and working together. She's in one of my programs, but we haven't had a lot of one-on-one time together. And she's been struggling immensely with all in her life that she's in control of and in charge of. Everyone turning to her for support, just feeling really overwhelmed. And we went into a meditation, and I could feel this energy in her heart, like she was guarded. Her heart chakra had this a little bit of a block around it. And I can usually feel this when I offer Reiki sessions. I can often tell where someone does have some energy blocks. And in a Reiki session, the Reiki energy usually will come in and help to adjust that and shift that, etc. But in this experience, we weren't yet in a Reiki session. It was just coaching. So in our meditation, I could feel this and just brought more love, just allowed more love to be present, compassion, the warmth of unconditional love. And as we came out of the meditation, she shared the experience she was having, what had been present in her life, where she felt like she could see her patterns. And as we navigated through it, her heart chakra started to open. So, in the sense of like safety and ease and compassion, she started to allow the blockage energetically that she placed on her heart to protect herself to start to soften. And as we navigated through this, she realized that there was some space in her whole heart chakra that wasn't fully activated yet. So in the coaching session, we then came into, I activated Reiki, asked her permission, activated Reiki energy, and then we started to like open and expand her heart chakra so that the love, the unconditional love that she is, could start to be felt more deeply and could start to radiate out from within her. And like, the difference from when we started the session to when we ended the session, it's like she was a whole different person. It's like she went back in time 20 years and she was like a little kid and she was laughing. She was like, "Oh, I'm back," because like I'm making all these little jokes. I'm laughing hysterically, blah, blah, blah. And it's so beautiful and such a gift to be able to support others in this experience. I absolutely adore the work that I do and the combination of it being intuitive life coaching blended with energy healing, blended with soulful business mentorship. It's all just, oh, I'm just so freaking grateful. It's incredible. So that was part of my day yesterday and all of these amazing coaching sessions and really getting into the energy with my clients. And then today I got to deliver a training on feminine launch strategies in business. So you've probably seen, if you follow different people online, you've probably seen them do these different launch strategies where maybe they're offering like a workshop or they're offering some sort of event or they're offering something online. And then in that event or that workshop, they're inviting people into that next step with them. So whatever that looks like, their coaching program or their course or the retreat they have coming up. And so, for my members of Intuitive Influencers, I have walked them through all the aspects of this launch strategy that are deeply entrenched in feminine principles. So, in principles of lead with your heart, give more than you ask for in return, allowing it to be sustainable for you and allowing it to be a win 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 for you, for your clients, and for humanity. And so, we actually did this over 2 months. We talked about it last month and this month, and I got to lead that training today. And it's so incredible to witness at moments there's overwhelm. People are feeling like, oh my goodness, this is so much. How can I implement all of these pieces into my business? And this just feels like it's overwhelming. And then as we sit with that, we navigate that, we let it to be present. We love the overwhelm. We let it to be there. I got to see them come into pure inspiration and excitement about what is to come and what becomes possible and how they can serve more deeply, how they can have a greater impact, how they can increase their income to support them financially so that they can then serve others with their financial wealth as well. It's just such an incredible experience, this like full circle, full embodiment experience of service. I absolutely adore it. And later today, I am going to be doing a little bit of prep work for some more content creation I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then next week, I'm going to be offering a Reiki Level 1 attunement workshop. So I think I have 7 or 8 women who have said yes to becoming attuned to their Reiki Level 1. We're going to do it as a group in a virtual workshop. So what I do is I actually use the Reiki energy to create the attunement. So I do the attunements for these individuals beforehand. But with Reiki, when you are at a certain level within Reiki, you can actually specify the day and time with which the energy is going to be shared, because Reiki energy knows no time, no dimension. It is all encompassing. And so you can actually direct it in that way. So I'm going to go through and start doing some of the attunements and the process that I go through for that. And then we're gathering together next week on Tuesday, and we're going to have this amazing connection of these women coming together to be attuned to the Reiki Level 1 symbols and start to experience the energy of Reiki within their own bodies. I love it. And most of these women are either already my clients or some dear friends of mine. So it's really special that I get to welcome them through this experience. And so that's kind of a taste of what's been going on in my business life recently. Um, there's also obviously many other things that are occurring. I've been navigating through a lot of um, almost like personal turmoil that has been coming up, which is a beautiful sign that I'm deepening into my own mastery, into my own personal development and who I'm truly here to be. And so whenever the old stuff like shows up again and rears its ugly head, I know now after going through it so many times, it's a symbol of my deepening. It's a symbol of deepening into my own awakening. And as challenging as it is at times, I am so grateful to be on the path of awakening. I am so grateful that I continuously am able to see through the illusions. I am so grateful that I can navigate my life with as much unconditional love for others as possible, and that unconditional love continues to deepen. I am so grateful that I'm not embodied in fear, even though the world is kind of turning upside down, because I can tap into my own awakening to see through the illusion and to feel into the embodiment of love and let that be the guiding post and know that everything outside of me is not what I'm here to focus on. It is all distraction. What is most important is getting into the alignment of who I truly am and letting myself serve from that place, which is why I love my intuitive life coaching. It's why I love being a soulful business mentor. It's why I love offering energy healings because it brings me more deeply into the truth of who I am, which is my soul essence. And when I work with clients, it's incredible because I'm tapping into their soul essence and it's so beautiful. I offered a Reiki session the other day and just the it's so incredible. As soon as I as soon as I tapped into her energy, I had these overwhelming sensations of pure joy and pure bliss and wanting to express it in a very specific way, which is really interesting because it's super in alignment with how she expresses herself. And it was a symbol to me of, ah, yes, okay, we're here. We're in her energy. And it's just so much fun to be able to share not from a place of personality with others, but truth. Because our personality is one aspect of us, but it's not all of us. We are so much more. We are all energy. We are made of energy. And that energy is universal. And that energy is potent and powerful. And I'm just eternally grateful that I found this avenue for myself in this life, that I have this platform to share my experience to that you're here listening and coming on this journey with me. Thank you. I'm just eternally grateful. And now it's raining outside. I think I'm going to go make a cup of herbal tea and cuddle on the couch with Miss Dixie, get a few things prepped and in place for the work I'm going to do tomorrow, and just take it easy for the rest of the day. So, thank you for joining me in this beautiful experience and journey. Thank you for even caring about what my life is like. I mean, that's incredible. I love that you are here with me. So thank you for seeing me, for witnessing me, for listening to me. I love you. And I hope that you have an incredible rest of your day. And if you haven't already yet today, take a few moments to pause, to feel into your heart, to feel the radiance of love that you are, and let yourself take action and make decisions from that place. I promise it will transform your life. Mwah. I will see you so